Alrighty, we're out here shed hunting today. Today is March 2nd. Been walking about all day. Haven't found anything yet, and it's probably, I don't know, 5 o'clock right now, and we got our first one of the day. And it's an old one. Looks like last year's. Don't know how I missed it. I spotted it probably from, I don't know, 50 yards away. As white as it is over here, and it's just in these rocks. But pretty cool. Looks like a nice 4-side. Maybe a 3-side, I don't know, I really can't tell, but we're gonna go ahead and pick it up. So it's laying right here. Don't know how I missed it last year, but oh well, it's not too chewed up either. Not a bad one. I'll take it. Well, I'm gonna keep walking around in here. There's fresh deer sign in here, so hopefully there's some fresh ones in here. Alrighty, it is March 3rd. Out here walking around again today, and coming through some thick stuff right below a cut cornfield. And there's a pile of deer tracks in here, pile of fresh tracks, but come up on an old set right here. Didn't even know it was a set. I seen this one laying here, then I got up to it and I looked over down here in this little creek, and there lays the other side. I don't know, just a little 8-point set, but still pretty cool. And it's probably last year's, maybe 2 years ago. The squirrels kind of chewed it up, but we're gonna go ahead and pick them up. Still got a lot of walking in here. I had a real big one in here this year, and I'm looking for him, but we're gonna go ahead and pick these up. So the one's laying right there. There's one. And there lays the other one right here. So yep, there's one. There's the set, and here's the other one laying in a pile of shit. But pretty cool. Hell yeah. Well worth walking. You can't make this shit up. I'm in here setting cameras up here today. Way back, probably 2 miles back on this piece of public. I hiked back in here and found some sheds in here last year. When I was in here scouting, it was like June. I was hanging cameras and walking it. It was a new piece that I found. You got to cross a creek to get in here. But anyhow, I hung this camera up over here on this tree, probably about, I don't know, 10 yards away from the camera, underneath this little hemlock tree I'm standing by. There lays an old shed. I don't know, probably last year's, maybe the year before. But anyhow, I walked right beside it the first time, walking out this trail, and then I stopped and set my camera up over here, and I come walking over here to make sure the camera was taking good pictures, and seen it laying there. So that's pretty cool. So right there's my camera right over there, watching this. There's a trail that goes out through here, right out along the creek here, and right over here is an old shed. Looked like it would have been a pretty cool one. It wasn't all chewed to hell. He had like a split brow going on. Heck yeah. Well, I guess that was kind of worth the walk back in here. Had some real nice ones here on camera. Well, last summer I had them on here, but I don't know where they got to. There must not be a whole lot of feed over here for them. So, well, I'm gonna look around here a little bit more. Well, still out here walking around after I found that old shed, and come down the creek a little bit more, got in this laurel, and found a fresh one right here. Now it looks like a busted up 3-point side, but hey, it's a fresh one, and it's not a bad one for sure. Public ground. In here walking some rhododendron, and there's some laurel in here too mixed with it, and some hemlocks. And right there in the middle of the screen's the shed. Right there. So that's pretty cool. I didn't think there was a whole lot of feed sign over here, but apparently there was deer that, you know, wintered in here. So that's a pretty good one there. If he wouldn't have busted that point off, he wouldn't have been a bad little buck. Nice white base on him. Heck yeah. Out here walking around today. Today is March 10th, I think. Found a little one right here, so we're gonna go ahead and pick it up. It's an old one from last year, but yeah, it just got done snowing and raining a little bit, starting to sleet. I guess they're calling for 3 inches of snow or whatever tonight, so I figured I'd come back out here and look for whatever was laying on the ground here yet. But there's still a lot of deer holding. It's kind of weird. Laying right here on this dirt mound right here. Just a little spike. Definitely last year's. Got some mold growing on it. Pretty cool. In here walking around today. It is St. Patrick's Day. And I was working today. We were driving down the road and I spotted the shed out the window of the truck. And I picked it up. It was laying probably 10 yards off the road in a patch of laurel. I looked around for a little bit. Didn't have much time to, you know, look. But come back here this evening and walked through this little patch of laurel here and found the other side. I don't know, it's about 50 yards away from where the other one was. You can still see the road. Pretty nice 8-point. I don't know, he's probably a 2.5-year-old 8-point. Right there's the horn. Just laying right here. He has been shed for a while, but pretty nice one. Heck yeah. Nice white base on him. Just a nice public land deer. Still out here walking with this one. I don't know, probably went a mile so far without finding anything. And it got down in here, I don't know, right where they clear cut it a couple years ago. And there's 2 of them laying here, but one's definitely last year's and the other one is this year's. It's just weird how the fresh one's laying on a rock and the other one's pushed up against the rock. So I have no clue, but that's a first for me. Right here, they are. This in here, it's an old one from last year. Then up on top of that rock is a fresh one from this year. So we'll go ahead and pick this one up. And yeah, definitely one from last year. Or maybe just an early drop this year. I don't know. And right here's a fresh spike. Getting chewed on by the squirrel. I imagine the squirrels drug him over here and was just chewing on him, but not a match. And they were laying, I don't know, a foot apart. Out here walking today. It's Saturday the 18th of March, and stumbled upon my first find here I guess this afternoon. Just a little dead buck, but we're gonna hang him in a tree and keep moving. So right there he is. Just a little 4-pointer. We're gonna go right ahead and just hang him in the tree right there. Still in here walking. Made it to a thick patch of laurel now and found another dead buck. He's been dead for a while. So he's just gonna get left right there where he was before. I don't know, I'm just in here. There's some hemlocks in here. I'm just jumping to every hemlock basically, following these trails and finding stuff, but not what I want. Alrighty, we're out here first day of spring, hiking around, and found the first one of the evening. Just got off work and ran out to this piece of private property I just picked up, and we got a nice 3-point side right here coming down off this hill, so we're gonna go ahead and pick it up. All right, there it is. Yes, sir. We're gonna look around in here. I know there's more bucks in here. Hopefully we can find more than this one. Well, I just shut the camera off after finding this one, and I looked over and I can see his other side over here. I think it's his other side, probably about 40 yards. So we're just gonna go over here and pick this one up too. Yeah, I think it's his other side. It's the left, so right here's the one I just picked up. And I look over, and here's his other side, I would say. Maybe. Yep, no doubt him. Pretty nice 5-pointer. So out here walking around, and just come on to my third one here tonight. This here is actually an old one. We're gonna go ahead and pick this one up. Real nice four-side. I thought it was this year's, how it's laying here on this log road. Right there it is. Pretty buried, but yeah, that's a good one there. It's a nice buck. Sweet. I'm gonna look around for his other side. Well, out here walking some public today, and probably walked, I don't know, about a mile or so already, and just found the first one of the day. Today is Saturday the 25th of March. We're still out here picking them up. This here's an old one. I don't know, probably last year's, maybe 2 years ago, but we're gonna go ahead and pick them up here. I'm on top of this big oak flat here, just walking out along here, and there's fresh feed sign in here from this year, but apparently they were in here the past couple of years. Right there's the shed. Looks just like a 3-point side, maybe a 4. Nope, just an old 3-point side, busted brow. But that's pretty cool to find old ones in here. That means no one's really been in here probably walking around. That's a good sign, I guess. Hopefully there's some fresh ones in here. Out here walking around this evening, found that old one this morning, and coming down off this hill right here, and I just found a busted one right here along this trail. Busted from last year. But it's just laying right here on this heavy deer trail right here. Thought it was a shed because it's laying right here along this 4-wheeler path, and there's a tree stand probably, I don't know, 30 yards behind me. But yeah, pretty cool. Busted off. Takes a big one to do that. Not a very big you know, buck, but still it takes a lot of force to bust a horn. Well, this is the end of the video. I just want to thank everyone for tuning in to this year's shed season videos. 2023 was a great year for sheds. I think I found somewhere around 50. Haven't counted them up just yet, but I'm not done looking. If I find any more sheds, I'm just going to post them as a short. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps us out a lot, and that'll keep you from missing any future content that I'm going to be posting on here. Got some trail cameras I want to review. Spring gobbler, trout season. It's all right around the corner. So thank you for watching the shed hunting videos this year.